Gentlemen, welcome back to another Gran Turismo 7 video. In this one, I'm going to be teaching you how to get exhaust flames in race photos. Now, before we get into it, I just need to cover a couple key points. First things first is, obviously, you're going to have to create exhaust flames one way or another. If you have a wheel with a shifter and clutch pedal, you can do the exhaust flame glitch that I found a few months ago. I will have a link to that video in the description if you'd like to check it out. If you only have a controller, you're either going to have to find some sort of exhaust flame glitch for controllers, or you're going to have to stick with anti-lag, or you're going to have godlike timing on pausing the game at the perfect moment wherever your car spits flames, during shifting, downshifting, or anything like that. And you'll have to be really lucky. We'll go over that whenever we get to that point. So I'm going to demonstrate just how to get the perfect exhaust flames and also help you time it good. So here we are in time trial mode. My car is getting warmed up. My anti-lag is now active. So first things first, I'm going to show it with anti-lag, so I'll get to max RPMs, let off the gas, I'll let the anti-lag roll a little bit, and then I will do my exhaust flame glitch. If I can get to ignite right there, there we go. And that's all I'm going to be showing for that part. So now that we have a replay with exhaust flames, you're going to want to make sure that you are in ray tracing mode. The reason why is you need to pause the game at 30 FPS to get the flames in the right spot, so that's the reason behind it. Anyways, let's go back into the replay so I can demonstrate my point. So if we wait for the rolling exhaust flames through the anti-lag, and we pause the game at 60 FPS with the rolling flames on anti-lag, you will notice that the flames actually generate underneath the car. And so the exhaust flames are generating like somewhere around here underneath the car, instead of generating right out the exhaust like they should be. And if we keep going and pausing, it's going to do the same thing over and over again no matter what. So you pretty much can't see the flames at all. Now this is an alternate way. If you can skip back or skip forward into the perfect time, then you might actually get lucky and get some decent flames. Now, if you actually skip forward in the replay and you were currently doing like a rolling anti-lag or something like that, then it could be a lot easier and you could just keep going back and forth to get the flames that you want. Like that. That looks pretty decent. But the better way is to just watch it in the 30 FPS replay camera and just play and pause until you get the flames that you want. But keep in mind, considering this is just anti-lag flames, you aren't going to get big flames out of this. And you might not get the car at the absolute perfect point on the track that you'd want it to be. So this is limiting in quite a few ways. Now let's actually skip forward to the part where I do the exhaust flame glitch, which is different than the anti-lag. It would be better if I can find a camera that is on the back side of the car so I know exactly when to pause it. And there we go. This is the part where I generate the big exhaust flames from the glitch. Now, this isn't going to work every single time. As you can see here, I was in the 30 FPS replay camera, but the flames still generated underneath the car, which is not what we want. This is where the luck factor kind of comes into play. And considering we were rolling with the exhaust flame glitch for quite a distance, it is going to be a little bit easier and less of a headache. But let's just keep trying to play and pause this until we get lucky enough to get a big exhaust flame. There we go. That looks pretty good to me. And if we go in here, you can see that the exhaust flames are generating at the correct spot. There's no flames underneath the car. They are exactly where they should be. Now, you might be satisfied with this, but I know that I could probably get slightly bigger flames, so I'm going to keep trying until we get that. I just have to keep cycling until we get the correct replay camera. There we go. And we'll keep giving this a try. It's not going to generate at the perfect spot every single time. It does require a little bit of luck, but as you can see, these flames are a little bit longer and they puff out a little bit more towards the end. And you can just keep attempting this for however long you want until you are satisfied with how it looks. These look really good right here. But I'd rather get those bright billboards in the background of the photo, so I'm going to have to go back and try it again. But that's the reason why you want to be in 30 FPS to get the flames to generate in the right spot. Because we're going to go back to 60 FPS here and give it a try. And you can see that the flames are generating underneath the car pretty much every single time you pause it, and it's never going to look right because of it. That's a really good one right there. I just wish this breaking point sign wasn't in the way. It would look a lot better. So let's actually go here into photo mode, and another tip that I do want to give is that make sure you don't have your shutter speed too low. And I will show why here in a second, but let me just get everything else set up here. Raise the exposure a little bit, move the focus point, and adjust the aperture. And that looks pretty good to me. So first we're going to try it in a low shutter speed, and I will show you exactly what I'm talking about here. So if your shutter speed is too low, then the flames are going to be way too blurry, and it's also going to look like they're generating underneath the car again. But if you raise the shutter speed a little bit, we're going to try 1/250ths here. And you can see this time around they do look a lot better. And if we raise it up even more to 1/1000ths, then right here I believe they look absolutely perfect. I think the reason why it does look a little bit weird in the lower shutter speeds is that it doesn't animate the flame expanding outwards. It only animates the car moving away from the flame as it generates in a static position. So I think that's the reason why the flames look a little bit odd in high shutter speed, and they don't look like it's an actual motion blur type effect. But as you can see right here, these look absolutely amazing, and I am satisfied with it. We'll do it at a different angle here as well. And once again, that looks absolutely perfect. The flames are not generating outside of the exhaust pipe or underneath the car. It actually looks like the flames are flowing out of the exhaust and expanding on the backside of the car. Now, whenever it comes to side exit exhaust cars, it's probably going to be a little bit different. And for some reason, the exhaust flames on this car are orange, whereas I cannot get orange flames on literally any other car in the game, at least that I know of. You used to actually be able to get yellow flames with the sports muffler, but all the cars that I've been trying it on recently have not been working, unfortunately. But here we go, we are in the exhaust flame glitch, watching it in 30 FPS, pausing it at a decent exhaust flame that we want to shoot. And we'll just go down here and see how this actually looks. So with this, you can actually see a little bit better how the exhaust flames do generate and how they work. It's basically just like a PNG that stays aligned to the camera as you rotate around it. Kind of funny looking, but hey. And you can see whenever it comes to side exit exhausts, the exhaust pipe actually comes out right here, directly in the middle of the door, but the flames are generating right here out of the fender. But I have actually been messing around with this, and it seems like I have got lucky enough for the flames to generate right out the exhaust. So I was actually wrong. You can actually get it to look proper on the side exit exhausts. You just have to get lucky with it, because just like the last example, every now and then it will still generate a little bit further ahead of where it should. But if you get lucky enough and pause it in 30 FPS, every now and then you will be able to get it to generate at the right spot. And since the flames are quite big with the vanilla anti-lag on this, I'm going to see if I can actually get a good photo with just the anti-lag on this car. Not a huge flame, but you can see with just the anti-lag and getting lucky, you can get the flame to generate at the right spot. So that's going to do it for this tutorial. I hope this helps you guys out in getting your sick exhaust flames in your race photos. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more from me, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and also subscribe. It really helps my channel out and pushes it further into the algorithm. And with that, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.